Finna go over this trade recap. How I managed to catch 70 points today with Powell speaking as well as Trump. So I'm about to go over this recap. Pull up my replay real quick. I'll pull it up here. So following market open, what I was looking at is on ES. I saw we had this high, previous AM high from yesterday. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was from yesterday. Yeah, it was from yesterday. We had the AM high from yesterday, as well as we had a previous Asia London high, and as well as a previous PM high. So those were the draws on liquidity that I had marked out as price was drawn towards the upside. So those are the draws I had marked out, and to potentially look for a reversal off those key areas, as well as we was tapping into an hourly. Bearish fair value gap here. This hourly bearish fair value gap on ES, as well as we was tapping into an hourly fair value gap on NQ also. This was the 50% of this big bearish fair value gap on NQ, and then also we was tapping into a 4-hour bearish gap. So I'm about to go over the checklist also because this was an A plus setup. I did lower my risk today, given god damn all them notifications. I hope y'all can't hear that. I really hope y'all can't hear that. But anyway, like I was saying, I lowered my risk today, given that we had Powell speaking at 10, and I executed this trade at 9:53. So a little before 10, I was if price was just stalling around where I got in and like my entry, and we was like reaching 10, I would have ended up going break even early just to get the risk off the table. Given that we had Powell speaking, as y'all could see what happened as soon as that nigga started talking. And this notification finna throw me off, but I'm gonna keep going on the guys. So back to the checklist, we was in premium of the range. We had the major liquidity sweep. We had a good reaction from the sweep as we had a SMT, as y'all could see. NQ never even came and swept the previous AM high, so let alone it didn't come and sweep the Asia, London, and previous PM. So we had 4 SMTs, my fault, as well as we had a 1-minute SMT here. As y'all could see, NQ came up and swept this high where my cursor is, and y'all could look on ES also and see that ES did not sweep that high. So that was another SMT. And from here, I was just looking for shorts after we swept all that liquidity. As y'all can see here on ES, we inversed this 1 minute, but on NQ we didn't. So you wouldn't take that. You would wait for an inverse on both, or if a gap don't create on the other pair, you just wait for an inverse to be, or a gap to be created and inversed on the other pair, if that makes sense. So here, I didn't execute here, given we didn't inverse on both. So price came up a little bit more, created that 1 minute SMT, created this bullish gap in the process, and came down in inverse. As y'all could see on ES, price never came and created a bullish fair value gap. So you would just execute the 1 minute on NQ, given that we already inversed the 1 minute on ES, and we still holding this high off this SMT. So I executed here, stop loss at the swing high. And I was targeting this unfilled 1 minute all the way down here. And break even was at this internal range of liquidity for about, break even was how many points? Break even was like 20, 25 points, and then full TP was 70 points. I didn't take no partials on this trade. I just held the full trade, given that I sized down, and I really wasn't expecting this trade to do what it did, given that we had Powell speaking. But as y'all can see, this trade did print, and I ain't mad at it whatsoever. So I'm about to go over the checklist because I still didn't go over the checklist. So boom, we was in premium other range. We had the major liquidity sweep. We had a good reaction. We was inside the kill zone. We was inside the 950 to 1010 macro also, just like we was yesterday. We caught a 950 to 1010 macro trade yesterday also. We had good momentum on this inverse. We inversed this gap within 3 candles of it being created. Our imbalance or our target was this imbalance in price being an unfilled 1 minute gap. As we know, price going to want to come in rebound, or price is going to move from liquidity to imbalance, imbalance to liquidity. So we swept the liquidity, so we just targeted an imbalance in this case. We had an SMT also, and we had an order block following the inverse. As y'all can see on ES, we inversed here, created the order block. We also created an order block on NQ, but not following the inverse, but I marked it off given we held the SMT on ES, as well as had the order block following the inverse on ES. So that's the trade I took on the day. Cost 70 points today, ended the week. Amazing. We'll see y'all next week on the guys. In the video. It's like, nah.